I'm your host, Crystal Rep. You tuned into my channel. I'd like to thank you because there's so many other things you could be doing. Now, if this is your second or third time watching the video, why is you playing with the kid? Hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't already, please follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook. The link is in the description. Now, this right here is an alert. So you see the hand up, bam! I've pressed the alarm. This is a video for the Microwave Era series. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. That's all right. That's fine. Calm down. The video is in the description, also at the end of this video. Now, what is the microwave era? Well, the microwave era is a concept that comes from my father. When I was a teenager and a young man, he would always have something to say about the microwave every time it was something that I wanted to do and it was fast. He used to always say that. I can hear his voice now. You little youngsters always trying to microwave everything. Just never want to wait on nothing and put it in the oven. Just ta-da, is there. That's what he used to always say. So that's where the concept comes from. Now, with that perspective that I've given you, microwave era, relationships and marriage. Relationships and marriage are something that we as modern people have been putting in the microwave. Now, when I say put it in the microwave, what am I meaning? I'm meaning that we are expecting it to be easy. We're expecting it to be 100% every single day. Although, you ask the average person this, they will say what? No, I know it'll be tough work. I know that I'll have to do this, that, and the third. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the numbers and statistics show that as men and women, we have not got this marriage thing right the way that our mothers and fathers have before us. There are several theories, there are several statistics, and there are several facts to why this is happening. Now, I will slightly go into some of the reasoning, but then I'm more or less concerned on the outcome, and I'll try to touch on that at the end. What are the gripes? Well, there are several people who are pointing to this specific theory about marriage. Now, we understand that the wedding should be for both parties, but it's for a woman. We understand that the wedding ring signifies more the woman. Society tells us happy life, happy wife. We have these several different sayings, but there's not really much for a husband being happy. As a man, we understand that once you decide to be monogamous and you pick one woman to be with, that you're at the mercy of our emotions. That many men walk on eggshells thinking about what their wife is going to say about this, or is my wife mad about that, or yada, yada, yada. We have the several scenarios you can fill in the blank on, whichever one you want to use. So, many men have rejected this, and I can completely understand why, because as a man, I want things in my marriage or any relationship that I decide to get myself into. Oh, and this is off the subject, but I will jump back on it. This is a reminder. I had someone message me as a subscriber, and she asked, was I married? No, I'm not married. I am single and I'm not married. So back onto task now. This being in the male's mindset, there has been withdrawals from marriage. There's also several other factors that way into these things. Now there's another man who represents a small sector of men, or it could be a large sector of men, depending on what your perspective is, that will probably never get married. Because right now, we are in that point in our society where sex is at a premium to a point where it's not easy to gain access to a woman. There was a point in time where you had to have provision or resource, or you had to have a certain quality of life in order to interact in these things. But now it's a wide open market, and many men will never get past that point of disciplining oneself when you have so much at your fingertips. Discipline is what any individual needs to have, but especially a man. So many men will never marry off of the fact of they have no discipline. But I'm also a firm believer in that the difference between both male and female is that men have a longer time to figure out those important things in life. And our marriage, which has been microwaved, has told us that we can fast track everything and then it'll still be a good dish when it comes out the microwave. And that is furthest from the truth. Now, I am not gullible or naive enough to say that there isn't any microwave marriages that people have moved fast and now they're on the way to life. That would be disingenuous to say. But 9 out of 10 times, when you put something in the microwave that really needs to be in the oven, it does not have the same taste as it would have if you would have allowed it to bake and marinate. And I don't think no one's disputing that from this concept of what I'm bringing to you about how the microwave era truly works. See, our marriage and our relationships, we have now fast-tracked them. We have now decided to look at television, and as we're watching specific programming, that's like food. It's an advertisement. It's telling us to incorporate this certain product into our diet. And whether it's healthy or unhealthy, people are going to consume whatever that is they watch on TV. Once they see that commercial, they go and they buy that product and they put it in the microwave. And sometimes the outcome can be good and sometimes the outcome can be bad. But either way, we have an understanding that the oven has a better taste for whatever product that we put inside of it. What is the oven? The oven is the original, traditional method that has been used over thousands of years. And for thousands of years, it has worked. Regardless to what time has says, regardless to what society says, regardless to what has been programmed into us, there's an understanding with each and every human being that outcome that is positive or favorable into our perspectives is what overall is what we mostly care about. So, what is the oven? The oven is the method that we need to start using. We need to break ourselves from the microwave. Although it's so fast, it's just boop, 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 boop. Ding. Bing. Ready. It is that easy. But doesn't it feel better when you put it in the oven? Because think about it. While it's in the oven, you have a longer time to get everything in order. You have a longer time to truly work on self. Now, this right here is the part where I give you the outcome. This is a male and female perspective. It depends upon where you are in your journey. So, as a male, what you'll want to do is you'll want to do the same thing that our Creator did for us, which is build a world. Now, what do I mean when I say build a world? Now, when you build a world, it has to have an order, it has to have a structure, it has to have a balance. Isn't it amazing how, as the third rock from the sun, that we get hot nor cold, but every single other planet has some kind of deficiency to it, as in it's either too cold or too hot. But we are one of the only planets that we know of that has a balance. So when I say that, that's what I'm completely meaning. A balance. See, when you're trying to live with a balanced mindset, when you move about things, it actually creates more of a better spiritual person because you've made yourself under a discipline. It's the same thing as in a person going to school. Let's say you decided to go to school for pipe fitting, nursing, whatever. That's your discipline. So when I say that, that's the first thing you did is you created discipline, you created an order and a structure. You abide by it, you've seen how it worked, then you started creating the world. You started creating a foundation to build your house on, a sturdy and strong foundation. Now, that's the inner work. That's my demeanor. That's my character. That's me working on my purpose. That's me also figuring out spiritual aspects about myself and what can I do to be a better human being. Those are all studs and nails and 2x4s and strong enforcements within the house that you're building when you do that. Now, as you continue on to building this world, you're building something that someone can step into. That's why for those who work jobs every day, you are able to do the job whether you are tired or whether you are awake or whatever the case may be, because you are able to come to an order and a structure that you can follow. Now, whether we like to follow that structure or not is up for debate, but it is there written, it is there orally given to every individual that walks in that building. So they have to respect that. So in building a world, you're building rules, you're building influence, you're building these several different things. See, in doing this, this is the oven method. See, because when you put it in the oven, it marinates. It does all the little things that you can't see. And in knowing that it's in the oven, you know that it takes time, so that allows you to work on other things. We've seen this in several different programmings of someone putting something in the oven and then also going to find out and do other things. But see, whoa. That's where I got to put some brakes on your car. Now remember, we have it in the oven. And we understand that if you leave it in the oven too long, that things begin to get burned. Now right there is where I want to tell you, don't make that mistake by leaving something in the oven too long. And what that means, Pimp C said it best, study long, study wrong. So you studied yourself approved, you have a clear understanding about what it is you need to do, which is in clear understanding about myself, clear understanding about my situation, clear understanding about who I am as a person, able to tell a person this and then move forward. Do not allow talents, ambitions, things you want to do to sit in the oven too long and burn. And see, when I say burn, that means forget it, I don't care no more. Because when some things burn, most time it goes in the trash can. There's not many people who's going to decide to eat the burn. So make sure we do not get distracted while things are in the oven marinating and allow them to burn. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. So that means for women, being a wife already. And what is integrity and discipline means doing those things when no one is looking. And as a man, becoming disciplined so that you can get to the point that I'm speaking of. Relationships are a thing that I love to talk about because I firmly believe that life is about people. So that'll be many things we'll discuss, but this is just my perspective on marriage. What do you think about marriage? Do you think that my perspective on marriage, when I spoke about how it's a covenant between God and how men have decided to walk away, I didn't mention women much throughout the process, because the reason why I didn't, ladies, is because we understand that marriage is a man's proposition to you. Not many times will women look for a man to marry them. And also, before I end this is gem number one. Women, when you hear men say that they don't care about your money, the reason why they say that is because most women don't want to be responsible for a large share of the bill. So you telling me that you make 100,000, 70,000, whatever the case may be, it's not going to be something that you're going to contribute to our finances, and that doesn't go to say that there's not women out there that do or don't. It's just here nor there. But majority of the time, the woman wants to be provided for. It's in her nature to be provided for, if you believe in those type of things. Because many say, biblical wise, that a woman is a helpmate to a man. That's her purpose of being created. There's several different other things we can add into that, but I'm not going to go too deep in that, but I will touch on it, at some point as more and more we make videos. But overall, men don't care about that because we are not able to administer it. So remember, ladies, when you begin to think about settling down, understand your money does not play a factor. Not with any man that has his real own money or is on his purpose to get money. He's not thinking about your money. So I appreciate you again for tuning into the video. I'm Chris the Rebel. That is my perspective on marriage and relationships. There was many other things that I wanted to touch on, but I'm going to make a part 2 of this.